Game 2 of the best-of-7 Western Conference, and for the Kings, their worst playoff loss in franchise history in the series opener. Bonzi Wells comes back with the first Kings point. It was a record, losing 38 and making the playoffs in a strong finish. And there is a defensive play by Bonzi Wells, knocking the ball away from Tim Duncan. So here is Wells guarded by Parker. Bowen right now matched up with Bibby, and Wells going in with a second field goal. And Antonio Spurs. So in effect, 2 point guards out there for the Kings, and Jason Hart and Mike Bibby. And here is Bonzi Wells guarded by Finley. The fall away by Wells. Off to a big start is Bonzi Wells. He has 6 points. Next 2 games are going to be at home. Rick Adelman says we just want to improve our play and maybe show we can possibly win 1 or 2 games at home. And a good drive and a basket by Bonzi Wells, off to a hot start.
Listed points on the offensive end.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Bibby missing the shot off of the screen, but a big offensive rebound by Thomas, blocking Wells. And there is so much more aggressiveness coming from the Sacramento Kings. So they had to learn some.
But I don't know if there's any defense for something like that. That's just a good move.
Just too quick. Here is Bonzi Wells working with a what a layup by Wells as he goes under.
He has his rhythm. I'm surprised they're leaving him so wide open.
A 12-0 run by the Spurs after they were down. Here's Bonzi Wells, and he follows with the tip-in. Bonzi Wells, who's the winning mark.
You see right here, Bonzi does a good job of crowding Robert right there, and yeah, he shifted his feet a little bit. But I'm really surprised. Bonzi's carrying this team offensively and not getting a lot of help elsewhere. I think they got to continue to do something.
Bibby penetrating, goes behind, almost a blind pass behind. Wells working his way in, getting another basket. Bonzi Wells is playing his heart out here in this first half. Did not have control, so here is Martin coming up. Bonzi Wells back in the game. He's been the kingpin for the Kings, and Bonzi Wells keeps it going, comes right back in, and 19 points. I'm out by Rick Adelman, but it'll be very interesting at this point to see how the Kings respond. Martin misses a 3 from the corner. Here is Bonzi Wells, and that'll drop through. So Wells now with 21 points. I think this is the first one.
Especially when he's coming off those pick and rolls, they've got to show hard. You've got to make them go north to south, not east to west.
Bonzi Wells beating Brad Miller with the lay-in, the second basket.
That is the hardest call in all of basketball. High school, college, professional, watch on.
And they don't have the benefit of the replay like we did there. So it's Martin.
And he's fresh to the playoffs. He was on the inactive list last year.
Wells from Thomas. Yes, you pointed out that they're really.
Tony Parker as well as Bonzi just getting in the paint.
Wells looking up at the clock, seeing 4 on the shot clock. Turnaround, tough shot, but Wells is there. 26 for Wells. He is at 12. Only 1 for. 1 out of 2 for Bonzi.
Well, it's interesting. Will Popovich call a timeout to set up his last play, or will he trust in Tony Parker to go with it?
Well, 11 out of 12, and that'll do it. 128-119. The Spurs take a 2-0.